Today, I'm going to be looking at The Roottrees Are Dead. Let's pop that down just a little bit. This game has been on my radar for a long time now. It was mentioned by Griffin McElroy in the Besties podcast. Sounds like it's somewhat similar to like Case of the Golden Idol or Curse of the Obra Dinn, which are right up my alley. So, Root Tree Mania. All right, that sounds fun. Yeah, all I know is this is a mystery. You're trying to solve what happened to the root trees. There's like maybe a little bit of hypnospace outlaw in there.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottrees and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Well, mystery solved. Ooh.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees Company's lawyers are scrambling. Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
Okay.
I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass and
Ooh.
I promise you the job of a...
Complete the family tree of the Roottrees sisters. Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. Examine my evidence. Search the internet for clues. Fill in the names. Fill in the occupations. Fill in the photos. Sleuth. All right. Evidence. There's a picture. The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees sisters' Got Milk ad. Of course they had an ad for Got Milk. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a Roottrees is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it." Okay. What? Okay. Based just on appearances, I'm saying oldest, middle, youngest, but who knows? List of names. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up your door. You'll need it to fill in the family tree. Okay. Okay. I guess, am I supposed to be doing this? Well, it's just those two. Okay. Well, I'm supposed to be identifying the Roottrees sisters, so they're gonna be one of these. Well, 3 of them. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. So It's not going to be any of the men. That's for sure. Let's see. Go to the computer. Internet. What's this? Welcome to the Information Superhighway. Thank you for purchasing a new cashew. Holy cow, could you quiet down? Equipped with a 56K modem, which is fast enough to access any site on the World Wide Web, even those high-resolution images. If you find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer. Nice. Or burn a music CD to listen later. If you want to revisit a search result, be sure to use Netscape Explorer's new history feature. Happy surfing, and remember, cashew PCs are delicious. Cashew PCs are inedible. Do not try to eat your computer. Okay. What? Why did this change to spider search? How is it? Carly. Carly Roottrees. What are the first names of the famous Roottrees girls? Raina, Carly, and Riley. Get rid of all these, because I know which ones are the important names. Sometime in the early 90s, and now preteen Carly strongly expressed her dislike that her sisters had RH names and she was the odd one out. That's when she began to go by her middle name. Rose was originally born Carly Rose. Was there a Rose in there? God damn it. No, because it's the actual names. Okay. Second daughter, they called her Carly. So Carly is the middle. How do I don't want to delete it. Can I not? I guess I'll just, Carly is middle. Why did I capitalize that? Okay. Now, Raina. Can I just type Raina? Will it give me anything? No. Toot tree. That's not right. Raina is the oldest. Okay. Raina is oldest. Rose is a middle child like me. Riley is the smart one. Huh, okay. I'm not going to write that down. Why was I even going to think about it? So it's a fan site that this is in. Okay. Well, is there one with a picture? Picture. Fine. No, there's so Riley and Raina just have obituaries in this fan site. Carly had actual stuff about her. Okay. Fill in the names, fill in occupations. Damn it, I wasn't paying attention to that. Who the heck is TMS? Oh, here we go. Rose has her ears pierced. Rose is the middle one. That's Rose. Rose, which is actually Carly. I mean, model? Is fashion designer one? Like, what? President? No, it looks like just model. Where's my notes at? Oops. Can I move? No. TMS. Somebody, last name S. Must be this guy. And I need my notes. Raina is the oldest. Raina. And so this is Riley. And then, yeah, I guess just model. Well done. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. You also locked the following optional entry. Thomas Booyah. Were you just waiting out
Sorry
there?
to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired.
Nice.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial.
Ooh.
The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing, but I'm sure you'll be fine. The
Okay.
man who started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives. Anyone related only by marriage is optional, but filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
Right on.
Lastly, you now
Whoa.
have access to some unique websites, plus a list of
Oh.
notable Roottrees. Notable people are easy to
Oh.
find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree.
Dang dog.
I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
How would you know how long that takes? You're just going to be waiting outside my door again, you creep. What the fuck?
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
Well, doesn't seem like I really have a choice. Who are these gold star people? Before the person returns, every time you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completely correct, they will be locked in. All non-blood relatives and small portraits are optional, but placing them in the tree helps remove extra names and photos. You can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past, and may even require some leaps in logic. Try to keep an eye out for any inconsistencies. Nice. Okay. What the heck is this? Split up. Interesting. So this person married, divorced, married, had a had a kid, got divorced, and then is married to a third person. Yeah, okay, I get it. What is this? Advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. What the heck is this? Intuition. You've been in this line of work a long time. So long, in fact, you developed a sixth sense for how useful your evidence might be. The number in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. That one had 11? Dang. At the start of your search, the notable list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine? It's pretty rare to get something that useful. Best take advantage of it. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added to the list, and old evidence will become less useful. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mentions. Often the most satisfying revelations come from retracing a path you thought was fully explored, armed with a new perspective. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence. You may be missing a huge piece of the puzzle. All right. What even is an elderberry anyway? True. So it's somebody with 5 children. Go up. So this first guy had 5 children. Is that it? What the heck is this? Why are these guys boxed off? What? So bizarre. It looks like it's it. Interesting. So out of all of these, I guess there's not that many that actually have gotten divorced and had children. But this is the only one who actually adopted. Huh. Okay. So that's all it's gonna do. Okay. Take a closer look at this bad boy. Bad blue raspberry, so strawberry, power plum, awesome apple, and some cool chocolate. Interesting. Why? The weirdest thing to put on an ad, I feel like. So, Gwyneth, Elias. Why? Okay. Elias Roottrees? Is it? Did they just give it to me? And his wife, Gwyneth. Oh, get off your... I'm gonna say it's him. The original. Credited for inventing 5 pieces. Before that, the farm he inherited by marrying his wife only produced syrup. Blood is thicker than syrup. And that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy. Okay. His great-grandson Carl, Elias, was voted Watchman of the Year. So, going to highlight that. I don't need these anymore. He has a great grandson named Carl. What? What? Why can I? Why? What? What is? Okay. Sure. So this is Elias and Gwyneth. After they founded the Roottrees company, but before it was a success. Difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. They will be marked. They're the note. Okay, so the stars are the notables. Okay. Gwyneth. A lot of miracles, huh? Did she not? Did she not take his name? Once you verify this person, you'll be able to add bonus photos. What would he be? Syrup farmer? Is that an option? Oh, 1 second. Gotta respond to a text. Okay. Well, not a media mogul. I guess CEO? I don't know. So it's probably her maiden name. Gwyneth Roottrees. Anderson. Gwyneth Anderson. Okay, so that's what they want. Okay. Nope. I actually used Alt Tab for real. Oldest sister, she was to inherit the Anderson Maple Farm so long as she married. Candy company instead. Okay, but what did she do? The housewife. Okay. Is that really what they want me to put? Sure. First president, not CEO. Okay. Cool. Now I need one more to find out if that's locked in. There should be... What the fuck is this? That's... I like how they included that. That's good. Notable Roottrees. 34. There's somehow 34. feel like this is still a little loud. Okay. Does it say Bess Williams? What if I do? Nope. Nothing. Okay. Can I search periodicals about him? I have to know the periodical. New York Times. Does it say? Family Man, the Roottrees Legacy. Can I... Come on now. Family Man, the Roottrees Legacy. Both required fields. Elias. No. That's nothing. Public library. Oh, here we go. What was that? Bess Williams. Author is Bess. Woo. Bess Williams. Okay. This is not going to be good because my memory fails me all the time. Family Man. Family Man. See, I already forgot that. That's so bad. The Roottrees Legacy. At least it saves it. The Roottrees Legacy. That's not how you spell that word. The Legacy. Published in 1920. No downloadable version available because the book is impossible to find these days. Okay. Well, I do know Carl. Why might not be his name, though? It just says his great-grandson, Carl. Let's assume it is. Carl was the president. Carl's their dad. Which he co-founded with his wife. Okay. So that's nope. This is Carl. And his wife, Brenda. Sure, Brenda White. Has to be. Nope. He's probably the 4th president. No, he must be the 5th because this just happened. All right, so I need a picture of him. Watchman of the Year. Is there not a picture? Maybe if I search for Brenda White. Doesn't seem like... Oh, nice. The white and gold dress. What was it? White and gold or black and blue? What was that optical illusion? I don't know. Brenda Roottrees. Nope, same thing. Okay. I can't believe there's not a picture. Root president. Nope. Okay. How to get a picture of this dude? Maybe there's a Watchman of the Year. Carl. Nope. All right. I guess we just keep moving. Gwyn Roottrees. No. What did that just print? Old films that are not available on VHS. Well-known actress that was active in the 1950s. Appeared in tabloids, especially on the time of public advice. So she was divorced once. Left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. What? Okay. Granddaughter of Elias. She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's famous name. So she's on this level. And she got divorced. Like... No, she's on this level. So... This must be her. Gwen. Actress. Actor. Nope. Okay. So... Nice. Optional entry, Brenda White. Booyah! Got a cyborg from Teen Titans up in here. What's this? Okay. Who was her spouse? Doesn't say. Guess I could just go down the list of people searching everybody. I think I probably should start with them though. Red Roottrees. Red Roottrees. I'm sorry, what is that name? Aloysius? Is that a real name? An appointed judge and politician who earned the nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. Cool. Sounds like a great dude. Not... What? He tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Roottrees Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. Wait, why is this guy on the list of important people? Maybe he was like disowned, maybe? I don't know. Strange. Huh. Okay. Last name was merely a coincidence. Oh, cool. It puts that on there for me. Okay. Let's see. Oh. So there's a yearbooks, so that's a kind of a clue. It's so bizarre that it lets you look at these. Can I order a pizza? No. Very strange. Okay. And what's this? Why is there another portrait? Well, back to this. Jim Roottrees. Maybe he will actually be related and helpful. Jim and Diamond, his wife Diamond LaRue. Diamond Dazzlers. Oh, hell yeah. Is it actually going to play the song? No. Yes.
We're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the sea.
Hell yeah.
Saturday night, and you're quite a sight.
The world might be burning, but I'm feeling right.
Making ends meet, so they rent and
We can't afford gas, so we skate in the streets.
guys all rush to say that I'm pretty.
Ladies blush and find me so witty. They're out of So signs up while we boogie down, 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 down.
Guys all rush to say that I'm pretty.
Ladies blush and find me so witty. They're out of luck tonight, what a pity. We're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the city.
Amazing. Truly and truly inspiring. So, great grandson who is married. Could be this. Could be this. Although I don't understand what this is. Could be that, I guess. So many that it could be. Not enough information at this time. The Diamond Dash. The rest of the music is more folksy and acoustic. Add that to my list too. I want to hear more. Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Can I highlight this? No. As seen in MMM. So that's a periodical, probably. MMM. Oh, crap. What was his name? Jim. Right? Yeah, Jim. It is credited to Peter Janowitz from MMM. Maybe it's a book? Peter. No, there's no way I spell this without looking. Janowitz. Oh, God. Is that right? Book title? I mean, it's definitely not a book, right? Yeah. Modern Music Monthly. Hey, that's nice. The C&J, J&D with my cousin and his ex. So they were there. So there's C&J. Clark and somebody. Diamond and Jane on the hand are actually sisters. Jane LaRue. I need a note. So Clark Roottrees married to Jane. What was the last name? It was LaRue, but how do you spell that? LaRue, okay. Cousin to Jim. Roottrees. No, Clark is cousin to... No, that's... Well, stop this. Stop this right now. Yep. Searching for the letter U. Is she in there? Oh, the LaRue sisters got their start doing session work for a great uncle's label. The Lucky LaRues. Okay. What is Clark Roottrees? Oh, that sucks. Does she have anything different? No. Get back to Jim. Okay. Trying to make art. Raffertunes. Clark and I grew up like brothers, but they're not brothers. Is there one where the people who great grandson, so they're on this level somewhere. Not somewhere. They're one of the important people. So they're. So he's either here, he's not here. Oh, he has to be here. Right? That's the only other. Yeah. Genealogy for dunces. Jim? Nope. That's nothing, apparently. James, of course. This is Damon LaRue. She has. Why does she have more than one picture? Oh, okay. He was a singer, musician. And his cousin? Well, Carl was a cousin. But so either this guy or this guy is Clark. Clark didn't know his dad, though, so. I mean, this could be his mom. It doesn't have to necessarily be his dad. Alright, well, let's get back here. Oh, nice. It's a red herring. Yeah, so Lauren Roottrees. Dang dog, don't you bark. Good. Did I really have it quieter than this, or did it get louder? Okay. What was it? Lauren? Lauren. Okay. A distant relative of the Roottrees sisters. A life between wars. Let's go ahead and highlight that. Yeah. Good. Her married name, Lauren Rafferty. Untimely death of her husband in World War II. To coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her productive on changing times and society all the way through. Romance in Court. Court Jester series. You'll find out about that. She's retired. Okay. So life between wars. Life between wars. Roottrees. This book occasionally taught in schools. You'll find a hardcover edition for students that has full-page high pictures in it. Dang. Bunch of evidence just got added. Wow. Pop, that's him on the left. To celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. What the heck is this little monster? Andrea and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the three of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over that well, to say the least. The 5 pieces. So these are Elias's kids. Eventually, I was supposed to stop the tantrums. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Mordrin, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Found out years later that they never even took a second photo. So her, Lauren's father is this guy on the left. Okay. The next generation. In an attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation, for old time's sake, we gathered on the Warhouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one. But I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, and so we clumped in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. Grandma insisted we include Sam even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think it fair Miracle made it in since he's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge even after all these years. Okay. Nope. Lauren Roottree. Husband Jacob. Perfect. So she's Clark's mother. Never remarried and only had 1 child. Granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Her mother's family was called the Cossels, but she hardly ever mentioned them. Her father, who shall refer to as Pop, was the head lawyer of the Roottree Company. And for a legal document called the Clanst Trust. Can I make a further? No, okay, that just brings me back to it. That's fine. Okay, so these are all probably important. 5 pieces. Next generation. Just like Star Trek and the Free Spirits. So this is Lauren. What was her? She was an author? Yeah. And who was she married to? Jacob. Husband Jacob. There's probably going to be a bunch of Jacobs. For this exact reason. Nope, just the one. Is that the same person? I think so. Okay, so that's only 2. Well, this is... I don't have a picture of him, though. This is Clark. Clark Rafferty. Yeesh. Okay. Well, shoot, this could be her. Dang it. Did it say how many? Shoot. We're gonna unknown. Get this out of here. That really threw a wrench in what I was thinking. I thought that was easy. Oh. Gwen is an only child complained of loneliness. The notable Roottrees list. Is she? Oh, yes. Yeah. Three. Oh, that okay. That was her. She had 3 younger brothers. Yeah. So that was her. Let's see. Was Jacob Rafferty? Lauren Roottrees. Oh, that was the same. He was also a singer. What was it? Musician? Yeah, musician. her 3 younger brothers. Who were to stay with her and Aunt Margot. Margot. But I don't know if that's the spouse. Well, let's see. Because it'll be... Yep. She is the root tree. She was the first non-housewife, which means that she's a housewife. Although, she's an author, though, so... Okay. Dynasty. Clancy. Interesting. So none of the 5 pieces were presidents. Argued at length the company should stay with our branch of the family since we still had the root tree name. Did they... Huh. Well... I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Okay. Angie's older than Zach, and I'm the next oldest of us all, but he just laughed. Let's see. Man, I'm starting to not be able to keep this straight in my head. That happened fast. All right. Was given to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told to trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize. Complicated. Clancy's where he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands. on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Miracle's youngest. Huh. Oh my god. So there's 2 clues left here? Insane. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely. Danielle is not much older. Danielle. That's his first spouse. Danielle. Did it again. Alt tabbed. Alt tabbed my actual window. With more money than any one person can spend, that's artists, dancers, and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl. That's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. So Carl's dad is Clancy. Maybe he's Clancy Jr. and this is Clancy Edward? Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seemed to be doing a good job raising her twins. Her twins. Who? So it's one of these. Oh, yeah. Over here. One of these is Zach and one is the sister. Right? Yeah, because that's the only one where it's siblings. Where one of them at least has a set of 2 children. Yeah. So one is Zach, one is whoever else. Zach. Let's say this is Zach. Okay, so there's no Zach Roottrees. Unless that's not. Is this Zach? That might be his middle name? That brought up literally nothing. Huh. Where was that, Eli That must be Eli? Hmm. So that's the four of this four. Who was James? Did I just not fill? Did I not say, or did it not fill in? James Roottrees. Didn't say. Okay. Didn't it say somewhere? No. Okay. Well, let's see. Is this Miracle? Hmm. Also, who's Sam? He worked on the farm. So it's probably not this kid. Who the heck is Zach? Eli Jr. Miracle's about the same age as Angie and Lauren. Mr. Mordrin there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Aunt Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn Roottree. Was that not? Nope, that's not a person. Oh no, I went too far. Gwendoline. What did I switch? Gwen. Huh. Okay. That's kind of bizarre. LaRue Rafferty. So that's probably these kids here. I just need one more to know that I'm right on these. see. What? There's nothing for Elias Jr. Roottree? Hunchtop House. Okay. I guess I probably could have just read that. So there's no... What? Well, I know Elias is not Lauren's dad. Because he's listed. She always called him Pop. What if I just... Pop Roottrees? No. Of course not. Damn, what if I search Danielle Franks? Is that going to bring up a wedding photo or something? Nope. Nobody. Well, I still had notable. I had a notable, right? Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name. He goes by just Miracle Jr. Televangelist. Charged with conspiracy to defraud the public. His wife, Edith. So is he related to the Roottrees or not? Miracle Network. So late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. Michael Roottrees Jr. arrived. So, Miracle, Miracle Jr., Miracle the Third. Okay, so this must be Miracle Jr. Who's this then? Great. He was a preacher. Hey. Oh. Booyah. Oh, what's up?
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes. But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion. I also found some important-looking papers.
Oh.
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
Sure. Well, I basically have 2 more done already. Yeah, so he's also a preacher. And I suppose he's also a preacher. His wife, Nicole. Well, a Nicole. Miracle. Miracle third. No. Isn't actually third. Roottrees. Nope. How about just Miracle Roottrees? Go to this. I did. It's interesting because that was right. Which means Miracle Roottrees Jr. has a sibling. Okay. Do I know? Well, let's look at the new stuff. How it... What is this? What would... Mid to late night mail from his office. A bit more to share after 9 more blood relatives. Okay. Recreate an old family photo. This is the one from the 70s. And Carl's the teenager in the middle. That's Carl. That's Miracle Jr. That must be Miracle's brother. Eli? Bonnie, next president Guy Hudson. Ernie Jr., Kelly, Miracle Jr., Remtree, and Eli M. Well, get all these pictures. That's Jim, I want to say. Hmm. Wait a second.